Hey, it's Stephanie again with Abundant Life Health Advocates. I want to chat for a second today about a service that I provide that might be a little intimidating to people. So, it is end of life care planning. So, big topic, right? That nobody really wants to talk about, and rightfully so. I'm not the person who doesn't like to talk about things, so I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. 100% of you are going to die someday, and I'm not saying that to be crass. And I know I've started this off light and I do it on purpose, but I don't want you to think that it means in any way that I take this lightly. I know it's a very serious subject. I know there's a lot of emotion behind it. I know it's painful. I know it's scary. I know if you're watching this for your mom or dad, like you don't want to be talking about this. If you're watching it for yourself, like you have loved ones maybe that you trust to take care of this for you. And I don't blame you because you love them and they love you. The thing is, this is hard. It's hard. And I know it sounds really lovely, and a lot of people just hope or think like maybe I'll just die in my sleep. I'll just fall asleep and not wake up. But the reality is it's like 20% of people, something like that, die suddenly. The rest of people, the rest of the 80% have some time to think about that or for decisions to be made and what they want that to look like. So there's some time to plan, and it's hard. And listen, you hear a lot. You don't want to be a burden to your loved ones, and I'm not implying in any way that this is a burden, but it is heavy and it is hard. And so if something that I can help you do is to come alongside you and make decisions about what you want end of life care to look like for yourself, while it's not anywhere on your radar, it's preferable, right? Because in the end of life, when things are life or death kind of decisions being made, emotions are too high. And honestly, at that point, I've been there. Anyone in healthcare who's been there, who's been involved in a code or been involved in like weaning someone from an event, the emotions are too high. Emotions run high, and then you start to second guess everything mom said. Well, mom said she didn't want any of this done, but like right here, right now, if I say no, well, that means it's over. And so it carries a lot of guilt. It's very heavy. And so whatever we can have in place for our loved ones at that time, it will help facilitate, and it will ease the guilt. It will ease that burden a bit and make passing the sacred event that it is. Because here's why I don't mind talking about it. Because actually, I think that people passing is this sacred event. Whenever I've had the sad opportunity of being a part of that, it's like you're standing on holy ground. It's like the veil between what we see and what we don't see starts to fade. And it's really a sacred time. And especially when you're able to do that based on a plan, based on what you were hoping for the end of life to look like. So it's why I think it's so important. It's important because I don't think that passing from this life to the next is necessarily a medical procedure. And it will become that unless you have things in place to keep it from being that. So if you don't have a plan, one will be made for you, and that default is going to be to do all of the things and to medicalize everything for you. So maybe that's what you want. And hey, if that's what you want, I'm totally here for you, and I will help you fight to get every minute of breathing the air from this earth, as whatever it takes. We could do all the things. Let's do that. But if that's not what you want, then you need that in writing, and then you need to have a plan, and you need to have a spokesperson, and those things need to be put in writing, and those conversations need to be had with the people that you love. So I am here to help you plan for those things. There's programs that we can use. There's things that we can walk through to help you make sure that you have in place what you want, not just medically, but also it's important to be able to leave a legacy, right? You lived on this earth with any length of time, you have some things to share with people. I don't care if that's a recipe. I don't care if that's some wisdom that you have from whatever life experiences, if it's pictures, if it's whatever. I kind of think that that's one of the jobs that you have before you leave, is to leave that legacy. So anyways, I think having an end of life plan, it allows you to leave a legacy rather than this burden of what do we do. So it's hard, it's tricky, it's emotional. It's why I want to talk about it with you. And if I have the opportunity to work with you, I just wanted to let you know that that's something that I hope that we get to talk about, and a little bit about why I want to talk about that. So thanks for letting me talk about end of life care planning. See you soon. Bye.